Here's another cassette game called Gyroscope. Okay, that's on cassette. Oh, good old cassettes. It's funny, my wife looked at that and I told her, I said, this is a game for my Commodore 64. And she just kind of looked at me and she's like, game? I go, yeah. She goes, on cassette? I go, yeah. She's like, I've never heard of that. Isn't that funny? Oh, how quaint. I said, oh yeah, that's the way it used to be back in the old days, before so-called PCs and Macs. He sent me a really nice Sega Genesis game. It's in excellent condition, including the manual and cartridge. That looks pretty cool. It's called Final Zone for the Sega Genesis. Really cool. Yeah, the cartridge is in excellent condition. I'll have to try that one out. My Sega Genesis or CDX. That's Final Zone by Renovation Software. Pretty cool. Now this was funny. He sent me the complete packaged, including the manual, which includes like a beautiful book inside. It's Age of Empires. I'm sure I know a lot of you are acquainted with that title, but the funny thing is, it's from MacSoft. It's Mac software, so I have no way to run it at this time, and I've never really been into Apple products to any extent. I'm a PC kind of guy, but of course, being a so-called collector of retro and classic software and platforms, that's not to say that who knows, at some point in the future I might, obtain a classic Mac system and then I'll try this out. But it's in really great condition. The beautiful booklet accompanies it. This is the days when the software was very in depth, and you got everything in the beautiful manual. It's just so nice. Beautiful, beautiful piece of software. And so that's cool. I will hold on to that for a future possible play test. Also, I got a PC game here for the CD-ROM. It's by Microprose. Spirit of Speed, 1937. Drive like you've never driven before, by Microprose. Pretty cool. Never played this. It's completely unopened. Completely unopened. Windows 95/98 CD-ROM system requirements. Yeah, I could always run this in VMware. I could load up Windows 98 and see how that goes. But that's really cool. The specs are funny. DX7 graphics accelerator, including products from 3DFX, Matrox, Rage, Parmedia. Wow. 8 megabyte of RAM, CD-ROM drive at 4 times speed. Hard disk space, 80 megabyte. The days of classic PC software. So that's really cool. Not even opened. But here it is, the crown jewel, and probably the heaviest item in this box, and the biggest surprise of all. This was the thing that cheered me up the most, to say the least, is a copy, perfect condition copy, if you weren't aware already, of this great book, Vintage Games, by Bill Loguidace, Matt Barton, and cover illustration by our own Mr. Mark Vergeer. This is an awesome book. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. Let's see here. See, like it's just awesome. It's so nice. Definitely the biggest and best video game related book that I've ever owned. Vintage Games, an insider look at the history of Grand Theft Auto, Super Mario, and the most influential games of our time. by Bill Loguidace and Mr. Matt Barton, and those are two other names that you should all well know by now, as they are big supporters of classic gaming, and they're from Armchair Arcade, and they're just great guys who have their own video shows here on YouTube, including Matt Chat by Mr. Matt Barton. So check it out. And thanks again, Mark, for that awesome package that really did cheer me up, by the way. That was just great. That's it. Maximum RD out, and stay tuned for my next video.